Okay, so I just tried to discuss the pretty much entirety of Season 7 spoilers in 10 minutes and it didn't work. And I'm just going to have to talk about the last 4 episodes for this season of Season 7. So, yeah, this is Clone Wars Season 7. This is spoiler discussion. I have a review of the non-spoiler free review of it coming up, uploading now, or maybe it uploaded by the time you see this video. But anyways, let's talk about the ending of Clone Wars Season 7, what it means, what it could possibly represent, in my opinion. And let's discuss the last 4 episodes. So, the first 2 arcs were really good. The second arc, I was like, it's okay, but the last 4 episodes, I said, were what really made this season. And this last 4 episodes, they pretty much tie in with Revenge of the Sith incredibly. There's a scene where Obi-Wan mentions Shin straight up, yeah, Anakin just killed Count Dooku, out of the blue. He's dead, there's nothing we can do now. And it's a moment where Ahsoka's like, that doesn't sound like Anakin. And this is just right at this point where you're like, damn, we're getting there. And there's even a whole scene where we see Aayla Secura in the intro of this 9th episode of the season. We see pretty much all these Jedi, Plo Koon, Aayla Secura, Ki-Adi-Mundi, pretty much going to their missions right before their deaths. And you're like, yeah, they're going there. They're going there. And it's just one of those things where you're sitting there and you're like, oh shit, they're doing this. And the first 2 episodes of this final arc follow Ahsoka and Rex going to Mandalore to try to take it back from Darth Maul, because Darth Maul has pretty much become a tyrant. Mandalore is pretty much a shithole at this point. He's pretty much ruling with an iron fist with Death Watch. Well, sort of Death Watch. Well, Death Watch isn't a thing really anymore, because he killed Pre Vizsla in Season 5, spoiler. And he's just sort of chilling. He's taken over, or no one can really stop him. And you see all these Mandalorians in this red and black armor, which I just think looks badass. Just these Mandalorians just basically just killing clones, and it's an incredible first 2 episodes. The first episode sets it up. They're going to Mandalore. Captain Rex gets all of his clones together. All right, we're gonna take back Mandalore, and it's a great first 2 episodes. And the second episode, the lightsaber fight between Maul and Ahsoka, is outstanding. And there is so much they did well with it. And there's even a moment before the fight happens, well, after the fight happens, or happens if I'm correct, where Darth Maul says, as pretty much he sees visions of Order 66 happening and seeing Anakin basically turn to the dark side, and you're like, oh shit, he knows about it, and there's nothing he can do. And it's one of those moments that I thought was so well done. And then it happens. In episode 11 of this season, Order 66 gets called out. There's a moment where Captain Rex, he leaves the room, and Ahsoka starts seeing visions of these Jedi getting slaughtered, and you're like, oh shit, it's starting. You even see Palpatine's mouth, you don't even need to see his face. He says, execute Order 66, and I was like, oh no. I almost teared up at this moment, man. This was oh shit. And it's this whole episode is episode 11 is just her on the run trying to convince Rex not to kill her, and she eventually does by getting the prohibitor chip out of his head. Or she gets him to this room, she knocks him out, gets him to the room, gets the chip out, and then Rex and Ahsoka pretty much have to escape this cruiser. That's pretty much going to crash into a planet because she let Darth Maul out as a diversion. Darth Maul is just pretty much destroying the ship. It's just a moment where you see Darth Maul at his most badass. If you thought Darth Maul was worthless in Phantom Menace, this show will fix that for you. He does way more. And it actually fixes his character, in my opinion. I love that. And this whole last episode, when it's just Rex and Ahsoka on the run, and on this cruiser trying to escape, there is a moment, well, there's several moments where you see Rex, and she takes off his helmet. Rex is like, I can't do this. They're my brothers. I don't want to kill them. And Ahsoka doesn't want to do it either, and Ahsoka takes off Rex's mask, and you don't really see that much emotion of Rex. Like, he does get mad, but you never really see him cry, and that was a moment where I was like, damn, like, I didn't expect that at all, and it's just shit. And then, and Darth Maul escapes from the ship, and the cruiser crashes onto this. From what I can tell, it looked like a sand planet at first, but then you see it snowing, so I guess maybe it's in the mountains. I couldn't tell. I believe it was a snow planet, because later in the episode you'll understand why. So the Venator ship crashes, Ahsoka and Rex escape on this Y-Wing, and there's a moment where Rex looks back at her. He's pretty much packing the ship up, and you see Rex look back at her. She's got like this hood on, and there is a memorial to all of these clone troopers that just died. Like, you see Jesse, sees Helmet, you see all these troopers that pretty much got killed at the end of the season. It was just like that moment where you see like something like that, you're like, holy shit, like, it hits you right here. And Ahsoka ends up leaving her lightsaber that Anakin gave her before, he became Darth Vader. And she leaves it, and then we cut to, I guess, sometime after this, and we see some snowtroopers, and they're stormtroopers now. There's no denying it. They're stormtroopers. And the animation for this scene is just beautiful, and the music it sounds like Vangelis almost, like Blade Runner. And it was just beautiful. And in this moment that got me was when Darth Vader, he walks by. There's no dialogue in the scene, which I was impressed by. There's no jokes, there's no dialogue. This is just a beautiful moment, in my opinion. Darth Vader walks up. He finds Ahsoka's lightsaber. It's covered in ice and snow. Ooh. He dusts it off. He lights it. That's it. And he's thinking to himself, Ahsoka's dead. There's no way she can't be dead. Dead. And, it's just that moment where Darth Vader looks up to the sky. He sees this bird, which I'm not really sure exactly what it represents, but you see his eye, through the helmet, and I'm like, damn. His eye turns, blue for a moment. You're like, oh, shit. And then he walks away, and the last shot is of this clone trooper helmet. This is, of the Episode 3 helmets. Episode 3 armor, and it's this moment where you realize the Clone Wars are over. There's pretty much no victor. The Jedis are dead. Well, most of them, not all of them. The Jedis are dead. And the clones are pretty much gone too. Pretty much transferred to stormtroopers now, and it's a moment that gives me chills even talking about it. It's probably my favorite moment out of the entire saga. Well, entire franchise, to be honest. It's such an incredible moment. And I'm so thankful it ended on such a great note. I can't wait to see what Dave Filoni does next. I hope you guys what did you guys think of Season 7? Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Did you love the first arc and the third arc and not so much the second? I thought the second arc was okay, but, Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.